Clint Pasillas, what is your pulse of the team right now?
It's a bit of a bang job there in Boston. They lose 2 of 3. Uninspiring play, in my opinion. Just sort of like the fact that we kind of feel ho-hum right now about the team playing not well, it's a problem to me. Overall, my feeling, my pulse is like, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And I think that's the worst feeling you could have towards a team that you have to watch and love and cover day in, day out. But this is a team, they're pressing big time, bottom part of the starting rotation, struggled there, not helped by defense. Honestly, bullpen was really good in Boston, but the offense leaving a lot to be desired. What's your pulse? Where are you at with this team right now?
Well, first of all, there's nothing worse in the world than when your parent is disappointed in you. I would much rather my mom yell and scream and be mad at me than be disappointed in me or give me the silent treatment. So the fact that you're not mad but you're disappointed lends me to believe that you are really, really bummed out in your pupils, in your kids, in the 26 young men that we're watching over on a daily basis.
Yeah.
The thing that I took away from this series against the Boston Red Sox, or really what I've taken away from the Dodgers the last couple of weeks going into the All-Star break, coming out of the All-Star break, is they just don't seem to be able to get out of this rut. We had said that nobody needs the All-Star break as badly as the Dodgers do, as badly as Mookie Betts does. So we were hoping that that little bit of a break was going to get them over that hump and they'd come out firing in the second half. I understand that there's more than 81 games played in the first half, but we're kind of not running out of time, but we're almost getting to the point where I'm like, all right, like enough is enough. Like we keep saying we're going to wait for the All-Star break. We're going to wait for the trade deadline. We're going to wait for Blake Snell to come back. Like I don't want to wait anymore. I want to see this team be the dominant team that we know that they can be. So that's kind of what left a mark on me. Another thing that left a mark on me is that Dustin May absolutely needs to be moved to the Dodgers bullpen. I've been saying this for quite some time, but I tell you what, he needs to go to the bullpen. So that kind of leads me to the next topic of conversation, Clint, and that is, what do you absolutely must have at the deadline, which, by the way, is in 3 days?
Yeah, team needs a little bit of help, needs a little bit of work. We know they are kind of okay with sticking with some of the guys they have internally, but you and I were talking before the show, and I think we're not being trailblazers here or trendsetters and saying that they need a bullpen arm, even though, again, the bullpen was very good over the weekend, but my God, they need an outfielder, they need a bat, some sort of injection of energy, something like that. Is that where you're at? Like, what do you need to see this team do at the deadline?
This is what I need to see this team do. Number one, they absolutely must get a bullpen arm.
Yeah.
And what we now know, just happening today, Clint, is we know that that's not going to be Emmanuel Clase, because apparently Emmanuel Clase has been involved in what is now a sports betting investigation. This from Mark Feinsand, who covers all of the teams for Major League Baseball. According to the Guardians, they've been notified by Major League Baseball that he has been a part of their sports betting investigation. He's been placed on non-disciplinary paid leave per an agreement with the Players Association. So the Players Association, obviously the PA, is involved in this as well. No additional players or club personnel, in terms of the Guardians, have been impacted apparently. So he's off the board. So you can forget about Emmanuel Clase. Felix Bautista's off the board with the Orioles because he's on the IL. I highly doubt that Johan Duran is going anywhere. I don't know if the Twins are going to let him go. So we must get a bullpen arm, and we must get an outfielder that can flip and hit.
Yeah.
Teoscar notwithstanding, he is doing better. He hasn't been the same guy since he came off the IL, but I still believe in his talent. But we have to get somebody to replace either James Outman or Michael Conforto. That's not going to get the job done moving forward. That and Dustin May needs to go to the pen. Those are the three things for me that I need to see.
If he's not traded, Dustin May will end up in that bullpen or in some sort of piggyback role with Emmett Sheehan, which is okay. bullpen wise, it's tough, and I want to talk more about this later on in the show for our final thought. But there's a lot of teams that are interested in these top tier closers and the big names that are available. You mentioned Emmanuel Clase. That was already going to be a tall task or a tall ask, big ask to go out and get him. Duran. A lot of teams are going to be in on Duran being pretty much the most premium closer available. The price is going to be high on a dude like him, Ryan Helsley, David Bednar, especially in the wake of the Clase fallout here. But the Dodgers, this front office, they need to be looking at the Griffin Jackses of the world, the Cade Smiths of the world. If you can get a Pete Fairbanks, that would be pretty nice. Somebody that's going to be something of a needle mover, not necessarily going to be a plug and play closer or whatever. Just another arm to put in the back end of that bullpen alongside Ben Kasparius. And of course, over the weekend, the team welcomes back Blake Trinan, which is a massive addition back into that bullpen. Blake Snell rejoins the team this coming weekend, so you're getting some pieces back there. On the outfield is my trade deadline thought of the day. This is an outfielder.
You've been on this dude for a long time. It might actually happen.
We talked about him a lot last year, but the way I set this up is fuck it, Lou Bob. Let's talk Luis Robert again. The White Sox, breaking news, are terrible at baseball. They're not going anywhere. And Luis Robert has been really, really good of late. You see here since July 1st on the screen, hitting 325 OPS, over 925 there with a 926 spot. Couple dingers, 9 ribbies. Plays a really, really good center field. And this is a man who just wants out of the South Side. That's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm reading from this hot streak here. The Dodgers need to have somebody better than what they have right now. Luis Robert has the higher upside over Michael Conforto. You mentioned James Outman there. Esteury Ruiz is also an outfielder on this roster currently. And with Robert, he is arguably the most available, not the best available, but the most available outfielder that can play center field that the Dodgers can go and get at this deadline. Where are you at?
The problem is that everybody, Lou Bob, I just love the name. The problem is everyone is going to be, there's so few options and everyone needs, a big power bat. Everyone needs a good defensive center fielder or good defensive outfielder. Maybe not everybody, but everybody needs a power arm in the bullpen. And I just feel like nobody's going to want to overpay. So then you get into those second tier types of guys. And by the way, what is your opinion? I would be fine with Lou Bob. Bring it on. I don't care anymore. I'm over the Michael Conforto. I'm over the Michael Conforto experience. I'm over the James Outman experience for now. But I'm fine with Lou Bob. I mean, that's pretty good upside, not a massive, massive price tag. Let me ask you this, though. Are you moving away from the outfield for a hot second? Are you on the Joe Kelly as a legit option train?
Depends on how you word it. That way, no. As a free money, it's free play, it's house money right there. Should be a minor league deal. Of course, if you guys didn't see the report over the weekend, the Dodgers are going to be, or at least Joe Kelly is going to be working out for the Dodgers, throwing pitches this coming week with the goal of honoring what he said very recently on Foul Territory. He wants to pitch for the Dodgers if he's going to pitch again. His arm is feeling good, and it would be a minor league deal. It would be maybe not even a spot on the 40-man roster to start. It's the best. What's the word I'm looking for? The phrase I'm looking for here: a low risk, high reward arm. Where are you at with the what do they call him? Mariachi Joe.
Yeah, I'm fine with it if it makes sense. I mean, this is a guy that, even if he comes up and helps us in the postseason, I'm okay with it. I don't know. I mean, it's just like, I feel like we're grasping at straws a little bit here. Let's see what Trinan can do now that he's back, and let's see what the Dodgers do in terms of picking up a relief arm. In the next couple of days. We'll see ask me this question in about a week and a half. All right. Haley Joel Osment is coming on the show and cannot wait to talk to him. But before we get to him, a quick word from our friends at Foul Territory.